she had been independently homeschooled. She was said to be very smart, but testing revealed that she only had about a 9th grade education and no transferable credits. Neither our school or the public school were willing to place her above 9th grade. Since she was only about a month from turning 18, this would mean she would be in high school until her 21st birthday and would more likely than not have to drop out anyway. The only other option was to have her get a general educational development test. They were devastated, especially because she had an offer from family friends to get her into and through college if she did a specific program that she did have advanced education in. If she didn't graduate that year, they would question how bad it was and likely rescind the offer. The only other option was for her to get a general educational development test, which would force the family friend to rescind the offer even if they still wanted to help because she could never get accepted with a general educational development test. My parents worried over this until someone they knew who was the admin of another private school offered to help out. They offered to enroll her as a senior and she could spend the year catching up, provided they saw it in their hearts to give a donation, of course. $100,000 later, she graduated from an accredited high school and moved on to college. My family is just normal middle class, so paying that meant that the rest of us had to take out massive student loans, and my youngest siblings even had to switch to public school. My older brother got some help before this, but there wasn't a dime for the rest of us. My parents justify it by saying that they had to do it because it was their job to give all of their kids as close to an equal start to their lives as possible, and this was the only option to do that for her. My mum asked why we all have strained relationships with Liana, and it finally came out that truthfully. We resent her for the huge financial load on us and the entire family that she caused. It's been 10 years and she's never even tried to apologize or make amends, and it's grating. Now my father says that mum has fallen into a depression because nobody loves Liana but her, and that we weren't a family despite everything she's ever done. We are a family, just not with Liana. Are we really in the wrong? Top comment. You're the a-hole. I kept waiting for the point in the story where Liana did something terrible to you and your siblings to make you hate her. That point never came. Someone clearly did Liana very wrong by homeschooling her rather than sending her to a real school. And it's really sad that your parents had to stump up so much money to rectify this damage. You said she graduated and moved on to college, so clearly she didn't piss away the money your parents spent on her. I can understand how it feels unfair that this money was spent on her and you didn't get it. But realistically, all that it did was get her to the same place that you got anyway without it. That is a high school diploma. They didn't pay for her college. Finally, it doesn't sound like your future has been destroyed because you went to college too, and if you really had massive loans, then your small share of that $100,000 would have barely made a dent. Your resentment dripped from your post and is entirely misplaced. Grow up.